Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying our delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Here is a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button. From?
Welcome to Friday the 13th.
No. Is it?
Could be.
No. It's not. I know it's not.
Last Friday of the month.
No,
last Friday of the week. It's
last
one of them
Friday
days.
before Thanksgiving is all I can tell you. Can you believe that?
I'm stuffed from yesterday. I will never eat again. I'm so stuffed.
Can tell. I was telling Grace this morning, I have never seen so much food consumed by
no,
a
that's
group
not
of
what
men
you
before.
did. I don't understand why you talked about that last night.
Because I've never seen anything like that. That is what Thanksgiving is supposed to be like.
No, it's not.
100%. It's about coming together and having food and enjoying it, and then coming back and enjoying it. And now I understand. And coming back and enjoying it again. And then more food came, and then they enjoyed that again.
But isn't that like Chinese food? You ever have Chinese food and then a half hour later you're hungry for more?
100%.
Right?
And then we put it all away, and then they came and they took it out of the fridge and they ate again.
Because there was so much food.
There was so much food. I had to put it away. It's been out since 10.
They had to come in layers.
Chips.
So you had to do this, and then you had to do this, and then you had to do this, and then the pastries, and oh my God!
And the hot chocolate.
That was the end.
The tipping off the whole scale.
And did you see half the kids were like this?
Yeah, yesterday after we ate, that was hard to get back to work.
You ever, Mike? Kennedy was wrapped herself in a blanket all day, and the people started coming in, and then we just moved her with the blanket.
So you're gonna have to come. She slept over here. She had food coma.
I guess that's what Thanksgiving is all about.
Now you came in a little bit later. How'd you like the food? Did you get any food? There was still food, right?
I got a bunch of food. I didn't think there was going to be any when I came in. I thought it was going to be all gone.
There's more in the fridge. Mm-hmm. Everything's in the fridge for lunch today. The only thing I think we may be short on is chicken. The turkey's gone. The turkey that Garcia brought in, they devoured. They said it was so good. It had this like honey crunch on the top.
I can't believe that half the crew did not know what honey baked place is. The honey.
I know.
I mean, that's like an icon here in Florida.
They loved it. And that was 3 pounds of turkey that was gone.
Well, he's never doing it again.
Why?
Because I told him, bro, you would have gone to Costco, you would have gotten the same thing for 1/3 the price. He says, I know, it's expensive, but only the best for you. Meanwhile, he's crying.
They loved it. Oh my gosh. And the TikTok you guys put together was amazing about everything that was going on in the studio.
And then last night, we did a live show last night. The numbers were tremendous.
I didn't even share it out.
I shared it out, but the numbers, I woke up this morning and said, what? The numbers were tremendous. That's because you were man bashing.
I was not man bashing at all. Who did I bash?
Man bashing?
No. Who did I bash?
I mean, I support, but who?
Many nice support. And your contingency continues to
Who
grow.
did I bash?
The men yesterday with
Not at all.
the food.
That's not man bashing. That was just amazement of what men can consume on food.
Yeah, that was crazy how much food all those guys ate.
Well, Vlad kept eating their fruits.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Particularly, and then they'd find a new way to eat the Jamaican patty.
Yeah.
So first it was the Jamaican patty, and then apparently you can put it in between the bread.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And there was the Jamaican patty, and then I guess they put it in the bread with barbecue sauce. So they found 3 ways to come back for more to eat another Jamaican patty. So that is what amazed me. I have to tell you.
Did you have a Jamaican patty?
I had half of one, the one that you
You
gave
didn't
me.
have half. You took a pinch and you gave it away.
I gave
saw
the
what you did.
other half to Sally. I know it was delicious.
And she didn't eat it.
It was spicy. It was amazing.
It wasn't spicy. It had a little kick to it.
It was
It
so.
was not spicy, but it was really good.
It was really good.
It was
And then
amazing.
someone else brought in a meat pie, so I think we've got a couple slices of that, a couple pieces of chicken. We've got mashed. There were mashed potatoes we didn't even open that came yesterday.
Yeah, everybody did a different version of it.
But the
The
mac and cheese.
yuca, we had 2 different
There's
versions
still some of that
Yeah.
left. The fried yuca was like ridiculously amazing. I didn't have the other yuca because it required a fork. You know me, I'm like, this. I didn't. I didn't pick up the other yuca.
What was Josh's plate? It was sweet potato, but what was on top?
Like pecans. We have some of that left. It was amazing.
I didn't even know what that was. I thought it was an amoeba or something.
And then the pumpkin
Oh.
pudding that
That
Casey
was-
made with the whipped cream.
That was crazy.
I didn't try that one.
Oh, we
yet.
have
That's
some of that in the
crazy.
fridge. There's so much of that left. I just kept it in the bowl.
That is crazy, and the cornbread she made
We have some of that left too.
is crazy,
And the stuffing we have left.
crazy.
The mac and cheese. The only thing I think we don't have is
Crazy.
chicken or meat, but I don't think anybody cares. I realized
We were
that I don't
supposed to
think I had
cut
any.
the chicken.
They did cut it.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, it was cut, right? Wow, all that chicken disappeared? That was
Only like
16
4 pieces left. I know,
Wow.
3 or 4 left. But it was really nice, and I love that we were able to invite the community in.
No, you went and you decided to invite people in. The guy next, thank you for doing that because I need an oil change.
I
so
figured, and I know Casey was going over there, and I think Kennedy needs tires, and
If we all, I need tires, so everybody needs something.
so I thought, why not invite the community in, right?
Did you have fun doing
Morning.
that show last night?
I had a good time doing the show last night. It
You
was
ever seen
quick
the
and
way
easy.
A-Train eats? He's very quiet. It's like the way he walks. He eats, he stands there, and now he eats something, he stands there. Very quiet. It's not like the rest of these McGillas that take a plate. You can't even see their face. It's so big.
We need. I don't know how much video you have. You have the before. Do you have the after of them just laying there?
No, I have video of karaoke, but I don't have them laying there.
Laying there just like sprawled out doing their thing. Kind of amazing.
We have some nice gifts.
That was unbelievable. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much to your parents, to the Burns family for sending a beautiful charcuterie set over for us. We could maybe make that and put that out today too. Why not? And then we've got pears that were sent from the walk to
That was funny
Alzheimer's from
last night.
Sunscape.
That was funny. Because the pears, I had to send them green because you got to let them ripen. So I gave one to Alicia. Say, here, bite into that. And she went, "Huh," and her face turned to stone.
That's why I left them out to ripen up instead of the fridge. And I needed more room in the fridge.
We need a bigger boat.
I need a bigger.
I remember when we moved in here, we had, I can't say nothing, it was you and me, and this
We didn't
room
have
was
no
full
fridge.
of equipment. We had no fridge.
No fridge.
We couldn't afford a fridge.
She goes, we have to get a fridge. I said, for what?
We couldn't even afford a refrigerator. So your son goes looking for us on like used refrigerators. So we get the cheapest refrigerator. Now the fridge is like the staple in the center of the universe. Grace said, "What? How did these things come to be?" I think back, it's like home. There's mustard and chocolate sauce and fudge sauce and caramel sauce and barbecue sauce. You name the sauce, we've got
What
hot
was your
sauce
favorite
and mustard.
dish?
And I'd like to combine them all, so I kind of
No,
like.
you got to have one favorite.
I think the mac and cheese was delicious.
That's number one? Really? You like that was your favorite?
Kennedy's mac and cheese, I think it was Kennedy's, was unbelievable. And the sweet potatoes were amazing.
My favorite is what G-Man brought, like those meat
The Jamaican
Meat
pies.
patties.
Yeah, so good.
You never had
Yeah.
that before?
No,
I
I
get-
know. I did in the Bahamas.
Well, we can style those bad boys up. There's a lot of things you can put in it to make it, like you saw he put barbecue sauce between
Yeah.
breads and all that. There's a lot of other things you can put in that bad boy to make it. And those are chicken. The beef, if you eat beef, are even more juicy.
You know, I was telling Grace when we came in this morning that we kind of planned this last minute, but I knew if we didn't do it, we were going to lose the window of opportunity to do it before people go home next week. And everyone pulled through, and they brought food and more food and had a good time and just engaged as a whole I call this our family, but as a whole family, which I thought was unbelievable.
Did you see what they were doing with the hot chocolate?
What were they doing?
They were adding rum and vodka,
Oh, and the whipped cream from the pudding. They were putting that on top of the hot chocolate too.
and they were like, okay, now it's nice. Now it's perfect. Now
See, I
it's
feel like it was a real Thanksgiving because you get to see what people enjoy, and I love that. Because I don't know, for whatever reason, our Thanksgivings are never quite like that.
What are you talking about? We've
'Cause
been
they're
doing
always
this for
like-
4 years.
Not our Thanksgiving. Like when I go to Thanksgiving with family, it's never like this, where everyone just does their thing and they eat, they sit back, they enjoy. I told you, family Thanksgivings are always arguing over politics and religion. I know where they're going to go on the conversation next week, and it does not appeal to me. So it's never one of my favorite holidays, Thanksgiving, because there's always conflict at the table. There was no conflict yesterday, and I thought, this is what Thanksgiving is
It's
actually
funny.
about.
When my parents were alive and we did that, there was never conflict. It was always about stories that happened leading to that point. It was funny. And then here in Florida, because we used to do them, we don't do them anymore. And there were these two guys that didn't know each other, they had met each other for the first time, and they had different political views. And they went at it. And I said to them, listen, I'm going to tell you for the last time. You either leave my house, or you go sit over there and you go sit over there, and this is done. We're done with this. I had to intervene, and I've never had to do that in all my years.
And I have to tell you, Thanksgiving has always been like that as an adult that I recall. So it's never something like, oh my God, I can't wait to embrace Thanksgiving, because I know someone's going to say something and it's just going to go like this. And then yesterday, I got a feeling of what a real family thinks is going to make me cry can really be like. Without that
I'm gonna tell you, you know when
garbage.
they jumped on me because we didn't cook anything.
What are we going to
They were
cook?
making fun of us.
What are we going to cook?
I said, what are you talking about? I had to go drive all the way over there,
Carry it back.
and I had to
Cook.
carry on, but we had to pick it. They think
We
it's
had
easy.
to pick it,
We're
exactly.
gonna send you guys to go do what
And
we did
I couldn't
yesterday.
pick it because they only speak Spanish in the store. So Freddie had to pick it.
No, and then the lady comes by and she sees Dawn looking at the beer, and she's trying to tell us, don't get that beer, get this beer, get this beer. Oh, they got 400 different types of beer.
And then she wanted to see at the margaritas.
She
And
said, get the
mojitos.
margarita,
She
the
was always
margarita,
best,
very
right?
good, very good, get the margarita. I was dying.
But that was amazing. The price you got on that was unbelievable. What a great deal.
We shouldn't even tell people where we got that, because
Don't
I don't
tell
want
them.
nobody to go.
What an unbelievable. It would have cost $300 at the grocery
Easy.
store down the street.
Easy. And if you shop anywhere else, if you go to Publix or anywhere else, and you don't go to Presidente, you're doing yourself a justice. I'm telling you. 1/3 the price.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
When my father was alive, I took him and we bought the food for, I don't know, some kind of meal at the house. I walked out of there with $60 like yesterday. And he looked at me, he says, what? And now this is my father, who's Mr., a little stingy. He says, I think we're ripping them off.
I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but the prices, and they put all the stickers, and I see one sticker that says $4.97. What could you possibly, I can't even get a case of water for $4.97.
We should take you guys there on a road trip.
That would be so fun.
And we'll teach you guys about, Coco Rico, the coconut soda, the green bottle, yellow label Coco Rico.
Imagine taking G-Man there.
Oh, but G-Man knows. He knows. Every time I say a dish, he knows it. But it would be a whole lot of fun to go up and down the aisle so they can see Sazon and everything else.
And she survives another day.
Oh, look, a sleepyhead. Now, the other
Kennedy.
person that knows Latin food is Nikki,
Yes.
whose parents are Spanish.
Funny, she told you to get the red rice, which was black rice, and then you had all the white
No,
rice.
there is a red rice. They didn't have it.
But that was all. She was, I told you to get that rice.
Now, the reason I never got the black rice before was when my mother made it, she made it with octopus. And a lot of people put that face until I tried it. Oh my God, it's the most delicious thing you've ever had. And they call it arroz de pulpo.
So if you
Octopus
take
rice.
the white rice and you take that big thing of beans that we have and mix it together, you get
You
more
get
black
the-
rice.
You get black rice.
So we should just do that, and then
Oh,
they
you
got
can
more
do that.
rice.
Yeah, but you gotta mix it together and heat it up.
So I'll mix it together and heat it. I could probably handle that.
Yeah, but we don't have much white rice left.
We do.
No.
No? We'll see what we got.
So I got a
morning.
50-50. I thought I was kind of clever the way
It
I
was
got
clever,
it.
and she packed it. And oh my God!
She
I've
kept
never
telling
seen-
me, is okay? I said, no, more. Is okay? I said, no, more. She said, how many people you feeding? I said, it's going to start with 10 and go to 100. Oh, you're going to need a lot of rice.
And this is all in Spanish. I have no idea what they're saying.
Did you have a good time there, Sleepyhead? Talking to your mic. And let me ask you, you were in a food coma. And you fell asleep on the sofa with a cookie in your hand.
Wrapped
She
in
fell
a
asleep in her
blanket.
hand. Wrapped with a cookie, ladies in her hand. And we had to ask her to move because people wanted to sit.
Because then we went into production. People started coming in. I had to ask Casey to move also. She was in her PJs because
She was ready to go to sleep.
She was ready to go to sleep.
She says, "This was so much fun."
What do you have?
Me at a family function. Like I was ready to eat and just knock out after.
Did you? Did you have fun? You look at ease. It was going to be hard to get people to get up to go and do some shows. I looked at Josh and I said, "Let me go and set up Jeff Santos." I said, "Josh,
Today we go into round 2.
what's round 2?"
Well, the leftovers. I think leftover days are better than like regular days, right? For sure,
You have
100%.
to. You have to be creative. Is Braxton coming today?
No.
Oh, he's done.
Yes, leftover day has got to be like, we can do a whole show on leftover day and what we can do with it.
Yeah.
You never know.
There was a lot of variety
With a mic?
yesterday. There was a lot of variety yesterday.
I didn't even see you eat.
I ate.
I don't know. I think you sort of you started and then disappeared. And I'm going, where is she? And you
At
were
one
in
point, we couldn't
here.
even find you.
You were in here, and then you were
He's like, is
outside.
Grace even here?
Yeah.
She was outside. No, you
There
were
were
outside.
15 in here 1 minute, and the next minute, crickets.
You were outside with Nikki,
Oh yeah.
and then you came in here, and closed the door.
Nikki's like her dance wife,
And then you came
Nikki's
in,
what?
your dancing wife.
Oh yeah.
and then
sure.
you came from here, and you went to Studio A. So I'm like, because you were over by the soundboard. I'm like, man,
Oh, right.
she's like incognito today.
Incognito. I'm glad to see you smiling. I was a little worried about you yesterday. Look, she's back. I'm like, is she getting sick? Is this? I mean, I'm telling you, this Thanksgiving with you guys was an eye-opening experience to me of what Thanksgiving can be like and should be like. So I thank you all for that because I was just wow to
You were
watch
wow?
everyone enjoy it and enjoy each other and enjoy each other's company and sing together and laugh together, hang outside. Everything you did, like people should do as a family together, you did, and I was amazed.
They turned it into a house party.
I love that. At some point, they said house party.
You guys ever went to a house party in the Bronx? That's all we did.
I'd rather go to a house party than the club or something like that.
Yeah, we only did house parties. We couldn't afford the clubs. So what we did was
Isn't a house party a party at a house?
It is, but it has a certain vibe to it. You know, where exactly what you saw yesterday.
I loved it.
Well, thank you guys.
Oh, it was our
Why? We didn't do
pleasure.
anything.
We didn't do anything but go to the
we got
grocery store.
lambasted for not making nothing.
Someone had to get the beers.
That's
You
true.
guys
That's
did.
true.
Most important part.
No, you missed last night.
You don't even like beer.
She opens a Corona. And
It's still here.
And G-Man says to her, "You need a lime." She goes, "I need a what?" Because you got to put a lime in. She goes, "I've never heard of that." So she goes to squeeze it in the top of the beer. He goes, "No, bruh, in the whole thing." She says, "What?" He goes, "Bruh, in the whole thing. Just stick the whole thing." And she's like, and the whole thing fizzes up. Did you like it?
I mean, it was better with the lime.
It was.
She doesn't like beer. She
don't
says,
know.
"I don't
I'm a
like
beer
beer. I don't know
person.
why I'm drinking this again."
I'm not a beer. You like wine?
I mean, kind of. I like the really pretty sweet drinks, but like I can't taste.
Oh,
it.
I had Kahlua, and I could have made you a sweet drink if you wanted it. We had cranberry juice, I think.
Your parents sent 2 bottles of wine also.
Yeah.
So Alicia's in yesterday, and she leaves to eat. She goes to get some like egg bites at what fast food.
Oh, that was
she comes
hilarious.
back and she says, "Oh, do you have any nuts? Because I think I'm hungry." She literally just walks back in the door. So one of the boxes had a bag of nuts. I give her the nuts. She goes, "Well, now is there any cheese I can have?" I'm like, "Should I set up a whole charcuterie tray for you?"
That's why I gave her the pear. The
It was
green pear.
hard.
And it broke her face, and she went, "Okay, that's it. I don't need to eat." And she put it in her purse. I'll eat it in a couple of days.
But we should take the cheese out also. But when she said that we're ready to go on air, I'm thinking I'm not serving
Yeah.
a whole
She was
cheese board
funny.
here. She was hilarious.
Funny.
It was a great set though.
She had fun, I guess.
It was that show last night. The numbers were
Amazing.
amazing.
I knew you weren't gonna believe me because there's the numbers and then there's behind the numbers.
Right.
So when I show you the behind the numbers, you went, "What?"
I was like, what? And that was 30 minutes. It was like in and out, quick, unbelievable. Maybe that's the key.
Maybe. Now, do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving? Hey, man, you celebrate Thanksgiving, right? Do you do a house party or do you have like a conservative sit down dinner?
So, with my dad's family, we go to breakfast. So usually we go to like either some breakfast place or like Cracker Barrel or something.
Okay.
And then for dinner, I'll go to my mom's and it'll be at some house.
So you're eating all day,
Yeah, pretty much.
and you have traditional turkey and stuff like that, or they do ham.
Yeah, ham, turkey, stuff like that. Or when my grandma was alive, she'll do like all Spanish sides and then like some ham.
That's
So,
what my mother used to do,
Yeah.
the Spanish side. But then with Michelle says, "Oh, we gotta have turkey." So my mother.
Did you have any meat? I didn't even have any meat yesterday. I just ate sides, which I realized I always
I
just
had a
eat
piece of that
sides.
chicken.
I didn't even have any chicken. I just eat sides.
I had a piece of that chicken.
Cornbread.
Garcia has it.
How'd you
The
like that
ham?
turkey?
That was turkey or ham?
He said it was turkey.
It was turkey.
Turkey. Did you like it?
I like it.
And you've never heard of the ham company? They got it
I
from?
have, but I haven't tried it. That's my first time.
It's on Glades. I never heard of it either. Linda took me one Thanksgiving, and I waited online for an hour and 20 minutes, but we got super ham.
And then our night crew came in and they took the food back out again. And then we put it away, and then it was time for dessert by the time we left. So Andrew takes out the pie because then it was time for dessert and cookies, and I could not believe it was like
He's a
being
big
at home.
boy.
It was like being at home, and Suzette, I don't think she eats. I think she just packed it to go
I don't know. I saw her eat
Good.
something, and then packed it to go.
and then packed it to go. But I'm so glad you guys were here and you had a good time. It was a whole lot of fun. They're exhausted.
Dawn
today.
wanted to do a show yesterday. I said, what? Say what?
No, it was good we didn't. So we moved all the guests from yesterday to today, so Chanel's going to join us on the 1 o'clock hour today. And apparently, Kenny Love has a huge show today. He's got like 6 guests coming. Sharon's coming in to sing all about Alzheimer's. I think this is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, so he's going to do a big show about that. So I was putting the cape away, and then I realized we should leave the cape out.
You should wear the cape.
Good morning. I should wear the cape?
Yeah.
Shorty's in the house. I think he got taller. How did he get taller? Since Wednesday.
Well, you know what he says.
I think in college apparently guys grow, so he might be like 7 feet tall by the time he's done here.
Who's Shorty?
Sure.
It's a good thing Shorty wasn't here, because Shorty, it takes a whole lot to feed him. By the
I
time the
felt
food gets to
bad.
his stomach, it's 6 feet later.
Well, now we got more food for him. I gotta tell. I went home last night. Everybody's so tired. You know, if you sit down, you're done.
Yeah.
So I go home and gotta make dinner. So I start making dinner. We sit down. We eat dinner. I take a shower. And I'm in the shower, and my power goes out, and it's pitch black in the bathroom. Like, I know the generator's going to kick on, but I just know I have to like count to 60 seconds till it kicks on. Like, oh man. Then at that point I just rolled into bed, done for the night. I said to Chuck, clean, don't clean. I don't know what to tell you, but unbelievable. You want to take a commercial break?
Okay.
All right, take a commercial break. Let's play some, I don't know, maybe we got some Thanksgiving special music we can play for you on the other side of this 10 o'clock hour. More to come. We'll be right back.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-485-8801. 800-485-8801. That's 800-485-8801. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. Well, maybe I am. If you're buying a diamond ring for your wife, it's not cool to be cheap. If you're buying airline tickets, it's very cool to be cheap and called Trip Amigo, where you can fly anywhere in the world and save up to 75% on over 500 airlines and 300,000 hotels. Plus, rental cars and vacation packages. Visit family, friends, or go on a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. Go ahead, be cheap. We have special fares we're not allowed to publish. When you book your airline reservations with Trip Amigo, you'll spend your travel money when you get there, not by getting there. Call Trip Amigo now and mention the travel code AMIGO and save even more. Call Trip Amigo now.
701-581-9604. 701-581-9604. 701-581-9604. That's 701-581-9604.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
But we're back. How
Can
do
you
you like the
imagine
cake?
having that many cameras in here?
Well, that's the norm. But Gio told me this a long time ago. He says, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. There's a right way of doing it, and then there's the other way.
So we're getting there, slowly but surely.
3 cameras would be out.
We're getting
amazing.
there. 3 more cameras. I'm looking like I know what you put up, but this was the cape we got at the Walk to End Alzheimer's on Saturday. It's like the Superman cape, which is pretty cool.
You know, they've been making me wear this in all the TikTok videos. I look like a munchkin.
You look amazing.
No, I look like a munchkin. I don't want to do
ridiculous.
them anymore. Yeah, remember? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I've yet to see any TikTok with this Maluka here.
Or Ramin.
Or he did one.
Or you.
He did one.
Kennedy's not in them either.
Yeah,
but
where
then
you
again, I haven't
been?
been in them either, so.
Where you been? What? You felt like you was. How do you know you're sleeping? Not one video of you doing a TikTok dance. Can you imagine Shorty doing the TikTok dance?
Oh, so Bree, I don't know if you've ever met Brianna.
Yeah.
She's our night intern, so she's going to start coming in more nights because we got more night production starting next week. She's got all these TikTok ideas I told her to put in. Apparently there's a trending thing
This is a good one.
where you stand behind us as the business owners, which is funny, or bosses, whatever you want to call us, which is crazy in itself. And there's like trending questions you ask. What would you do if? And then Freddie has to answer. What was the question? What would you do if?
She says, I took your car and I crashed it without your permission. In other words, I took your car without permission and I crashed it. And I'm supposed to answer, what would you tell my employee that?
Have you seen this trend?
No.
So apparently it's a whole trend. So she's got all these ideas for trending TikToks that we should do.
Well, she's hilarious. She's
So
hilarious.
I told her to put it in the chat or get with you, and we could do it. She's quiet. She's like Antonio, but a girl. Like these business minds have all these things that they're thinking about. Remy too, but Remy started to come more out of her shell. Ramin, and she not shares the information.
Remy Martin, Stealth. What's her name?
Ramin is really her name.
Ain't happening. Next.
But Brianna, she's very quiet. She's like, my mom is just going to be very not happy with me because I don't have any makeup on, and I'm on camera, and I'm in my work clothes because she works after school with kids at elementary school, and you put her on camera. But then she's like, I've got all these ideas for business things, for growing and TikToks. I'm like, awesome. So I told her to get with you.
She plays soccer and she played lacrosse and she played all sorts of sports, that girl.
Nice girl. She's working hard, so she's working
And she's
8
a
hours.
communication expert. So I said to her, she's more quieter than this one. Yeah, we're going to have to work on your communication skills.
She's awake now.
Because I think sometimes I'm going deaf. Because I can't hear a word you say. I see your lips moving. And everybody else seems to hear her.
No.
I don't hear a word you say. I
do hear some of what
I
she
guess
says.
half of what you say. And the other half is always wrong.
You could test him. What Freddie hears, here's the next meme. What Kennedy says, what Freddie hears. What actually
Well, she
comes
moves
to
her
be.
lips, and I go, what?
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Probably just hanging out with my cousin.
You're going to
Down
hang
here?
out with your cousin?
You notice his head goes closer to you.
You're going to hang out with a cousin. So Thanksgiving is you and your cousin.
With her mom, her boyfriend.
Oh, her family. Oh, okay. Hang out with the
You
cousin.
cooking? Your mac and cheese, I'm still thinking about it. That was unbelievable.
You put carnation milk in that?
Heavy whipping cream.
Ah, there
What'd
you
she
go.
say?
Heavy whipping cream.
Heavy whipping cream. There's some kind of cream in there. Yeah, I know. It had to be because mac don't taste cheesy like that.
It was a thing. I don't think I'd ever, because I grew up kosher. So for me, there was never
Do
mac
you make
and
mac and
cheese.
cheese?
No.
Do you make?
Well,
Have
yeah,
you ever
the
made it?
Kraft or Velveeta, the thing in a box. So I've never made real mac. I probably have. But for me, growing up kosher, in my mind, we never had cheese with the meat meal. So Thanksgiving, there was never mac and cheese because there was always turkey at the meal. Even if I went to somebody else, it just was never a thing. So as I became an adult and we went to different places for Thanksgiving, and especially here, how mac and cheese is a staple for Thanksgiving. So it's rewiring my mind of, this is amazing.
Never had mac and cheese in my life until I came to Florida.
Really?
Really?
You didn't make it for your kids either?
Nope. They liked it, and I said, nope, you're going to have a meal. Because to me, mac and cheese is not a meal. It's not a meal.
It's
like,
really no different than pizza, though, without the sauce.
Yeah.
that ain't a meal either.
Like that. Some people view it as a side, and some people view it as a meal.
Oh, you could speak up. Okay, thank you. That's the first time I've ever heard you. She speaks.
She speaks.
Now, have you guys ever made invited somebody over to your house for dinner, trying to impress them, or
I get so nervous.
you ever done anything like this? You ever had anybody come over? Okay. Have you ever decided that you didn't want to risk the cooking, so you go out, you buy it, something spectacular,
Always.
and you serve it, get rid of the tins and the bags and everything else out the garbage, and then take a little miss to show that you were sweating cooking? You ever did this?
No. I just cooked the food.
Oh no, I buy it and I put it in the tins and it just smells good.
You leave it in the tin so they know you didn't cook
Let me
it.
tell you what happened last night. I haven't cooked in so long. Like for me to use my stovetop in the oven.
Do you know what the stove is?
So last night I had 2 burners going at the same time. I had boiling pasta and I was making sauce. All right, I turn everything off. I cook it, half asleep, and then I hear this noise coming from my oven, the stove.
You turn the stove on.
So I look at Chuck and I'm like, what's that noise? He goes, I don't know. You've never used 2 burners at the same time. We've been there 2 years. Apparently it has like a cooling fan system that when the top gets hot, it turns on. So I'm sitting there eating dinner. I'm listening for the fan to make, it does turn off. So I knew we were all good. But I had never in 2 years heard this cooling fan come upon my
You
stove.
know the thing that says oven, if you hit that button, the oven goes on. You know that.
This
right?
was the stovetop though. This was just the cooktop with the burners has its own cooling system. Who knew?
I knew somebody who used to hide their monies in the broiler
Why?
because
I
he
would
wanted to
burn
make
it.
sure that somebody in the house did not take it. Name shall remain nameless. So one day, the person who he was hiding it from decided to make something using the broiler. And the fire department had to come to turn out the fire.
Oh my gosh.
And they came out with bills, $100 bills on flame. And I said, what are you doing? He says, well, I had to find a place to hide. I says, really? I have a safe. You could have kept it there.
That's crazy.
True story.
I had an aunt that used to hide her diamond rings in her chandelier.
Jesus.
I mean, it makes sense.
So every Christmas we'd sit at her table and we'd look up to see if we could find, it was like, where's Waldo? Where are the diamond rings?
So how did you know it was there?
Because she would tell us, because one time you would see like there might be like a ruby or an emerald in it, and it was like the lights that have the candelabra bulbs? So she would put it on the little crystals, and there were rings all over her. I wonder if anyone ever, she passed away, I wonder if anyone ever checked her chandelier.
It's probably there.
Now that I'm still thinking
Let's
about
go
it.
look at it. Let's go check out the light
Field trip.
bulbs.
But I remember every Christmas, because she was British, so she always had this British Thanksgiving. We'd sit
that's hilarious.
Christmas, and we'd look up, and I'd look for her diamond rings.
That's hilarious.
Made me think of it when you said with the money. So she said, right, you think it's smart, so you don't know if it's the crystals or the rings. Yeah. I wonder if her kids ever realized what she did, or if they got rid of the chandelier.
Do you guys hide money in your house? Well, you gotta have money to hide it, but do you ever hide money in your house? So you know aluminum foil?
They don't have cash anymore.
Aluminum foil? I see aluminum foil, it gives me hives.
Why?
Well, because my ex-wife, bless her heart, used to take aluminum foil and wrap $1,000 in the aluminum foil and put it in the freezer among the meats and the chickens and whatever else is in there. So one day her brother came over and cleaned out my freezer.
They took all the money?
And he says, look, Freddie, I cleaned out your freezer. I said, oh, nice, thank you very much. And Michelle came in and she's on the floor crying. She says, where is it? And he said, where is what? Where is all the aluminum foil? There were packets of aluminum foil. He says, I threw everything out. Garbage came and took it.
Oh my gosh. Look at Grace's face. She's like, I cannot even imagine.
Yeah.
They don't have cash anymore. This generation uses all digital currency.
Well, if you have any cash you don't want, you can bring it to me.
Why are you looking
And
at
I will
Shorty?
safekeep.
Why is he eyeing you on this one?
Because Shorty has money. What do you think? He's 7 foot tall?
Shorty
He
got
saw
taller.
Grandma and he helped with the piping, right? I know how that's played out. Grandma, piping, water.
You're funny.
Bing, 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 ching. That's the way it used to be for me.
Ah, you're using the special
My father
spidey
used,
sense.
my grandfather used to say, let's go feed the pigs. The pigs? Ching! Had to carry that stuff.
But the freezer's a good idea because someone told me that's a safe place because if
No,
heaven forbid there's a
no,
fire in
no,
your house,
no,
the freezer
no.
stays.
No, they clean out the freezer. You know, it's people are so clever. Well, I cleaned it out for you. How do I know he didn't pocket the cash?
probably
He probably
did.
found one and says, let me throw everything out. And says, oh, I did you a favor.
Oh, 100% he did. Because there's no way you throw anything out without looking at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys ever do this? I always tease my daughter. She's like this. She hates mold. So she comes to the house and she looks in the refrigerator. If there's a dot of anything, done. So she's like the mold sniff inspector. Do you ever? I have a feeling you do that at your mother's house.
You sniff for mold.
Every time I go to my parents' house, I go through their refrigerator and the first thing I do is clean it out. Because they hoard stuff at the bottom of their drawers. There's always like some cheese back there that turned green. And I'm like,
You don't just cut it out and keep using it?
The commercial expired. Like,
The expiration
Expired
date.
doesn't mean you can't eat it. I had tuna fish the other day. It was expired like a year ago. It's good. It doesn't. It's sealed. I had a big argument with Linda and Gio because, you know, a dent can, you're supposed to get it for less. Remember that in the day, this was a thing,
It's
right?
supposed to be airing
So
it,
I
yeah.
used to go to the supermarket. My mother says, okay, dent it. This is dented.
Is that why you loved Americanish, the scene where she said she was only going to pay a certain amount of money?
I love that. It reminded me so much of home, but that's the way we used to do it. Dent it. But I did the dent, and I used to get it for half off.
Wow.
You never did that?
No.
Wow.
If it's dented, I wouldn't buy it.
Why?
Because it was dented, I would never buy it because I would think there was like botulism in it or something. You know when it expands and the top expands? Yeah, exactly.
Not the money there. You take the can, you put it in water. If it doesn't have a bubble coming out of it, you're good.
Where do you get the water from? In the middle of the grocery store?
I mean, you take it home.
And then you bring it back.
You send everything back anyway. Amazon has the America's Most Wanted with your face on it.
Oh my gosh. I act
Did you
something
see
else
they're
and
going
send
to
it
start
back.
charging you for sending things back? Did you see
$1.
it? Huh?
$1 a return for processing.
$1, $1.50, Because they said that it's costing too much money, people wearing things and sending them back.
Well, you got a beautiful dress on Amazon for the premiere.
thank you.
Did you send it back?
No, well, I don't know, did you?
No, I didn't send it back. I kept it.
Not yet?
I'm probably gonna wear it again.
How'd you know it was going to fit so perfectly? Because you got it the day before your event.
I didn't. That was a serious guess. Because I had a dress that I was gonna wear, and then my best friend came over the night before, and she's like, "What are you wearing tomorrow?" And I showed her, and she's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "It's cute. It's just simple." She's like, "You need something fancy." I was like, "What do you mean? I like this." And she was like, "No." And then we went on Amazon like that night. And she's like, "You're wearing this."
And you got to overnight it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And the length, it was perfect for you.
I was very surprised at the length because I was expecting to be swimming in it because I have like legs the size of like a 4 foot tall person, and I was expecting to like be tripping on it. With
You
the
have,
heels, it was
hold it, you
perfect.
got legs like a 4 foot person. I don't understand that.
I like.
Are they long or are they short?
No, I have crazy short legs.
Oh, so you have pudgy legs.
Yeah.
Have you ever
You have
noticed
legs
no
like a
girl ever
2 foot
thinks
person.
no girl ever thinks they're built the right way. They're either short waisted, long waisted, short legs, big arms.
Is
You ever
this a
spoke-
statement or are you just clearing a fact?
Do you know any woman that looks at her body and says, "My body is perfectly in alignment the way it should be"?
No,
Thank
every girl, she's unhappy with something about herself.
Yeah.
Kennedy?
Kennedy's very happy with herself. Look, she don't even talk. See? She says, hey, it is what it is.
But guys, you're very hot. Well,
We don't care.
You know,
Do you guys know your body types? Like men, do you know what body type you are?
Like what?
What do you- what's a body type?
So you have like your square, you have ovals, you have
I'm a rectangle
triangles,
for sure.
rectangles.
You're a rectangle?
My arms are longer than my height. Yeah.
How long are your arms?
I don't know the actual.
So how do you know they're longer than your height? If you stand up, can you reach the floor?
What do you mean?
In other words, stand up and put your arm down and touch the floor.
No. Like if you
Like-
measure like that,
Yeah.
it's longer than my actual height.
or doesn't everyone's hands come to their mid thigh when they stand up and put their hands down?
I don't think so.
Except for Shorty. Shorty's
stand up.
hands
Where do
are
your
long.
hands go?
Look at this. No,
See, they
come
still
out
go
this
to his
way.
mid-thigh.
Go this way.
Everyone's in proportion.
Go this way, Shorty. My God, it's like 12 feet.
Yeah, but look, if he puts his hands down, it goes to his mid-thigh, like where your shorts would be.
Where are your legs? I mean your hands when you stand up.
Who are me?
No, A-Train, stand
A-Train?
up. Yeah, it is a little longer. He's on the thigh. You're on the pocket.
How about you, Grace? Where do your hands are? Like Shorty, a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Grace she has like 2 foot
Who are
legs.
you or me?
Remy has long legs.
I can't believe this is
look how
actually a
tall she is.
conversation we're having.
Yeah. Oh, she has long arms
Your
like
arms are long like
A-Train.
A-Train.
Look at
Oh my
look at where my
God.
hips start compared to where Ramin.
Put your both of you put your arms down.
This This is content.
I can't see because of the jacket. Not you, her. Let me see. Who has longer arms? Let me see the shoulder.
Ramin's arms are
No,
longer.
they're about the same. Look at the
But
shoulders
look,
are
Ramin's
equal.
fingers go longer.
There's a good way to show, but you get to, or it needs space. I'll show
You need more space?
And you go like back to back, and then you like put your hands out.
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna put the results on TikTok.
Everyday shows. Arm span. I have a big arm span.
You know?
Yeah, look how long.
You're like a bird looking
So
for a wing.
when the kids were in high school, the shorts could only be, they couldn't be below your, they had to be fingertip length, right? So your shorts could have to be longer than like Zach's shorts because your fingertip length is longer. So they would like take out a measuring stick. This is so ridiculous when the kids were in high school to make sure your shorts were no shorter than your fingers tip.
They do that in the police department now. Your patch has to be a certain height from your shoulder.
Yeah, but think, because I'm looking at Grace. Grace, your shorts are short shorts.
I went to Catholic school.
Of course you did.
She has shorts on?
No, but if she did, her fingers
No,
are
no,
like, look where her fingertips go. She'd have like nothing on.
You couldn't wear shorts.
And I have used that rule too.
Of course, because she went to Catholic school.
And my skirts so short.
See, everyone knows that.
What did I tell you about the quiet one?
Oh, I know. We had that conversation this morning. She was teaching Nikki some things yesterday. I'm like, the quiet ones.
You know, I grew up at a time the shorts went down to your knees, and basketball shorts and stuff. And I still have some of those, and everybody laughs at me. Oh, nobody wears them like that. Back in the day, that's what they used to do. You were like, oh, you're tall. You will put on a flag.
Yeah, what do you think about guys who wear like short shorts if they're tall and they got these long legs?
First of all, I don't look at any guy wearing short shorts.
You don't look?
I
Guys
don't
wear
see.
booty
If a
shorts?
guy wears
Yeah.
a booty short, and I have a BB gun, he's gonna be a couple of things light. Tell you that right now. I don't.
A lot of guys do the 5-inch inseams now.
5-inch inseams?
Yeah, and those look pretty good. Like if guys have really like muscular legs.
What's
they
a
have-
5-inch inseam?
Your inseam is like. Yeah.
Inner part of the short.
Like the
Your
seam
inside
on
of your
inner
thigh? 5 inches ain't long enough.
It
Sorry.
goes down to their mid thigh. If you have like really muscular legs, it doesn't look bad.
I never understood. Is it like 5 inches?
What they call that? Hoochie?
Booty.
Hoochie shorts? Girls wear hoochie shorts. Guys just wear disgusting shorts.
But when girls wear hoochie shorts, it's just uncomfortable every which way.
First of all, guys have like hairy legs and there's all sorts of stuff coming out of this thing. And not happy
You do not
at
find
all.
men attractive at all.
No, if I was a girl, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't date a guy. I said, you got to shave from your head to your toes, and look at me, I can't stand this. I hate it. I hate it.
Really?
And guys smell
Would you ever?
funny.
No, guys can smell good. Girls smell good. It depends.
What
on
was
the
his
guy.
name? Josh? Remember when Josh used to
JP?
come in? JP? He used to come in the studio and he liked to smell good. And I used to go, I used to follow him around. Says, my God, you smell delicious.
How'd you get him to your premiere?
He joined.
JP.
He
Josh
joined.
Powell.
He joined.
He
That
joined your
morning, he joined the club, the photography thing, the camera. Yes. He joined that morning. He told me, I heard about this and I joined right away.
He was with us for a long time, and then he couldn't get housing for FAU. He ended up moving back home, and home was far down, like by your Davie campus. So the next thing I know, he's at the premiere, and I guess he joined F-Stop.
He has the voice of radio. He was so good, that kid. He was excellent. I says, I need a voice. So he looked at me, he laughed because I always told him he had a future in the business just on his voice. And he's good enough to be an interviewer on television, news, and things of that nature. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's working for a production company.
I don't know. I think we got some good news, though.
We do some good news.
Right? We could use some good news going into this weekend.
Oh,
Don't you think?
my neck hurts.
I know we have a busy day. You need some good news.
You know, I ran out of patches. I'm patchless.
There's some in the back, no?
All right.
We gotta look and see.
I gotta look and see.
Okay, so this guy, he
looks like Shorty.
a blonde shorty. He was 17 years old and he decided to dedicate his life to helping others. So every day he did like a random act of kindness. And this was 3 years consistently, like 3 years worth of good deeds. And they put a statue of him.
Let me see the statue. Is that the statue on the left?
On the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Apparently
statue?
he wears a cape. forget what country it's from. Let me pull it
Does
up.
that say Beacon?
That's Sweden, isn't it?
What's Beacon?
Or South Africa?
Be kind, probably says.
Oh.
His name's Sebi Hall.
Where's he
He's
from?
the UK. He was made the UK's kindest person.
Be kind. Nice job, Shorty.
And where is the statue located?
In the UK. Look behind you. You've got the clock tower.
Don't be a
behind you.
wise guy. The UK is a big place. Is
Look,
it in London?
Look at the back.
Is
It's London. Look at the
I
bridge
know, but
behind
that
him.
doesn't mean that's where it is.
Oh, because you're thinking Photoshop. Wow, you don't trust anybody.
I don't. I would love
Context
to.
clues.
I would love for there to.
Litchfield? Litchfield?
What position would you do if somebody wanted to have a statue of you put up at City Hall? How would you? It's like he's standing like a superhero. What position would you do? Oh,
Boom.
Somebody help me. What positions would you guys do? What would you do, Shorty? What?
I'll say you go first.
Me? I'll be like this.
Or would you tip your hat?
It'll be Freddie like ringing the bell.
Or maybe
I feel
something
like
like,
you'd be like
this.
tipping your
Yeah,
hat.
yeah. I would. It's good. You let me be me, okay?
Be you.
Yeah, that's good though. I probably would do that. Yeah.
Or the coffee.
No, like this, like this. No, the coffee. Nobody would know what the hell. The birds would take a crap in the cup.
Coffee.
What about you?
I don't know.
Well, what would you do?
So this would be a normal pose, like this guy. Just like,
You'd be a super pose. Super pose.
I mean, yeah.
Remy, what would you do?
I do like mid-round kick.
Wait, that's the funniest thing Ramin's ever said.
Like a kick position, like
her leg, like
that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, the pigeons that have a place to land.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know, it's considerate.
Wow. Shorty?
And you, Mr. Shorty?
Do the thinker pose.
Oh.
The thinker.
Yeah,
that's better.
I feel like that's a good one.
It's like sitting down.
Yeah,
It's
you
sitting
sit
down. It's like, every time I see the thinker, I think like it's a guy sitting on a toilet going like.
It's funny, every time I see the thing, I think a woman sitting on the toilet.
Really? But
Yeah,
it's
she
a
says,
man.
I better not fart, they'll know.
How about you, Ken? You're so crazy.
Probably something with peace sign.
Peace sign?
Like this?
Like that? You gotta like.
Like a half a finger? Like a rabbit ear. Droopy ear.
Droopy.
A droopy ear. That's a peace sign.
And we have lost our rating again today.
And there we go. And
What about you there, Christmas trees?
I'd probably just stand there awkwardly like I usually do. Just kind of like.
First of all, I saw you that night when you were doing interviews and stuff. That night when you were moving around. There was nothing awkward about you. You were in full control gear.
Yeah, because I was in charge.
Is that what it is?
When I'm in charge of things, my brain is just like, okay, we're in charge of everything. But if I'm not in charge of things, I'm just like.
But you had like 15 different things going on around you.
There's a lot of things going on.
You and Nikki have decided what you're gonna do with this film, the future.
Nope.
Well, you
Morning.
gotta decide what you're gonna do.
Right now, we're kind of in a waiting period. Huh? When are we getting the sequel? When I know, I'll let you guys know. We have submitted to 49 film festivals. As of right now, we've gotten 5 rejections. and
That's okay.
0 acceptances.
You gotta explain the rejections though, because they're not like typical
They're not real
rejections.
rejections.
What were they?
So, on the submission form, there's ones without application fees, and then you have some with application fees. And some of the festivals are like specific to certain things. So I applied to the ones that I wanted that had like application fees, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just apply to everything else that doesn't have an application fee and see what I can get into. I didn't.
How much is an application fee?
It can be anywhere from like $5 to like $100.
So why don't we do like a GoFund or raise some money so you can put them all in?
Well, I did 7 applications, like real applications, but then I was just like, okay, like I'll do the rest. If we can get into more, cool. But I figured if we like earn money from the ones, we'll just put it back in.
I'm just wondering if the ones with the money are the more prestigious ones.
Yeah, they are.
Because it's like plenty of fish versus something you pay for.
Yeah.
So I think that the object of the game, I'm just being honest, the object of the game here is to raise the funds because $5 is not a lot of money. $100 is not a lot of money for the glory of this thing.
Yeah, how much are they?
It's depending on when you submit it.
Can you do like a GoFundMe?
I can. It's the bad thing.
What?
Or we can ask for some sponsors to put together a quiet donation because you can't expose the sale of it. But they could donate. People could donate, right?
But they could do a GoFundMe. I mean, of your 200 people that came last week, if everyone gave
100. If everybody gave $10,
right? Because I went to the screening for free. So even if they reimburse the ticket price, which they didn't pay,
not a ticket price, a donation of $5 to $10, you'll raise $500-$600.
We could. I just didn't yet because a lot of the festivals that we're doing, if we win, we get cash. So I was like,
gonna wait and see.
We'll get it back if we win. I think we're gonna win. But the ones that don't have application fees, I got rejected from 5. 2 of them were two of them were animation. They needed to be animated.
No.
One of them was a documentary. One of them was Asian.
all right. So they weren't even the right categories.
What you do? Just randomly send it to the
I
world?
just sent it to everyone that'll take
So those
it.
aren't 5 rejections. Those are just 5 you know they're going to be rejected.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, well, maybe they're low on the submissions, so they'll take mine as a pity.
Well, that's an interesting concept.
But then they like, when you get rejected, they have an option to like write in the notes why you got rejected, and one of them just wrote, "She's not Asian."
More to come.
It's funny, when I was applying to universities, I said to Mom, there's these applications and it costs money to send them in. You had to pay for an application. I don't know if you guys still do that. If you're going to submit to NYU, I had to pay a fee.
Sure.
So there was the high end, there was the middle end, and there was the no end. So the no end, I threw the free ones out. And I told my mother, I'm not going to any city university because everybody in my family went to city universities.
Right.
So I got rid of those. So all I had was high end, $150, $200, $300 in
You okay?
application.
Israel asked if you want your car washed.
Yes, please.
And I said to her, Mom, I'm throwing away money. Just exactly what you just said. I'm throwing money away. No way you ain't going to take me. And she says, just put it in. So my first letter back, true story, was Columbia University. And they send you a postcard that says, I'm sorry, we can't use you, you stink, goodbye. And I put it in a frame. And I put it on my wall. And I said to my mother, see, Mom, we just threw away. We got maybe 1,200. Every university in America I applied to because I didn't think I was going to get in. And I used to point to it. So one day she took it down and she put the frame up empty, and she put a dollar bill inside the frame. She says, if you're going to look up, at least look up as something rewarding.
Aww.
After that, every university after that accepted me on either a half ride, a quarter ride, a full ride. And NYU was a full ride.
I'm going to hang $1 up on the wall next
And I'm
time.
going to tell you something. It changed my perspective on life. Just do it. Find a way to do it, and it will, things even out. Sometimes it's like this, and then it goes like this, and then it evens out. So if you really want it, put it out there. It'll work. It'll come back to you to reward you. It's a good film.
Thank you.
Made by good people, so.
More to come. All right, you want to wrap this up?
Wrap it up.
Things to do today. Join us on the midday show. I don't know what we're doing. I think we might be leftover Thanksgiving is all I can tell you.
Dawn's specialty.
Leftovers. I'm going to turn on the fan to cool off my cooktop. More to come. Have a beautiful morning. We'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.